Smok Species V2. Let's have a look. Hey guys, Vick here, back with another review. A very special review today. We are looking at the Smok Species V2 with Baby Beast V2 on top. Now this kit was sent to me from the Vapouround Club. As being a member of the Vapouround Club, I was available to get this kit for £15. It was a special offer available to the industry members of the Vapouround Club. When we come back up top, I will fully explain the Vapouround Club, what it's all about. I'm a brand ambassador for the Vapouround Club, so I will explain all that when we come back up top. But first we need to get down there and have a proper look at this mod, and I'll show you and explain it all to you. It's the Species V2 with Baby Beast V2 on top. Now what's going on here? Now the actual mod is pretty much the exact same mod as the V1. The V2 element of the mod is actually the firmware. They've completely updated the firmware to version 2, and that is why it's the Species V2. And it now is also the V2 because it comes with the Baby Beast V2 tank as well. And this is the EU TPD version with the straight glass with 2 ml capacity. The bubble glass ups the capacity, but as it comes, it's EU TPD compliant 2 ml. So it's a touchscreen mod, 200 watts, dual 18650, big colour screen that's touchable. Let's go down low and touch it, and then we'll fly back up top for all that good stuff. See you in a sec. Okay guys, here we are down with the Smok Species V2 and the Baby Beast V2. In terms of versioning, Smok's always been a bit out there with their versioning and numbers and namings and stuff like that. My understanding is that this is the Species V2 because of the V2 firmware. If you see there now, it's saying V2 on there, and it's also the V2 kit because it comes with the Baby Beast V2. Now the Baby Beast V2 is, I believe, what it is, but and they've updated the coils apparently and all that stuff, but it doesn't actually say Baby Beast on it. It doesn't actually say Baby Beast V2 on it, but this is what I'm told it is. And they've updated the coils, but the old ones still fit and all that good stuff. It's got really nice push top fill there. It's got that little latch, and you can top fill it like that. This is the TPD EU version. You can use a bubble glass to make the capacity bigger, but this is at 2 ml capacity, which obviously lasts about 2 minutes, about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, with 2 ml capacity, this kind of tank. The coil head has a rating of, let's have a look, best at 110 to 130 watts. So there it is. You unscrew the base to change your coil. Obviously, do not forget to prime your wicks, and it is a mesh coil in here now. So there we go. So that's the Baby Beast V2, but we're mainly looking at this. This is the Species V2. Up top we've got a nice big 510 spring loaded, centered as well, so you can get some really nice big atties on here. You can see the footprint left from the Baby Beast V2, showing you there's absolutely loads of room for an even bigger atomizer if you wanted to put a bigger tank on top. It's a side clasp firing, that is this whole bit here. Nice and clicky, nice feel and nice press on it. The whole thing has a very nice weight, very sturdy. I haven't dealt with a lot of Smok products, but this one feels fantastically well made in my opinion. Solid, smart, you know, yeah, all that good stuff. Micro USB charger. I don't recommend charging it with that, but it is firmware upgradable. There will be more versions in the future. You've then got this button here, and the rest of the device is a touch screen. I'll just show you the back. It says Species on. Smok do some really crazy looking mods, but I like this one. It's kind of much more traditional looking, much more smart if you like. The batteries are there. It's on a little latch. You just do that. There we go. Now we're off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's attach the atomizer so we don't have any screen issues. Species comes up, V2 comes up, and new coil or old coil, I'm going to say no to that. But here we go. So this is the screen, really nice bright screen. Really bright actually, really good screen, very clear, very crisp. It's quite a small screen for a touch screen, but it's actually very responsive. So as it stands, you can vape it, but you can't do much else like this. Now this button here, if you click it once, it turns off the screen, but you can carry on vaping. If you hold it down, it unlocks the screen, and now you can use it as a touch screen. So from here you can adjust your wattage like that. You can see how responsive it is from here, just from me doing this. You've then got this up top. This is your menu option button. You've got your preheat options, soft, normal, hard. You've got your wattage. You can flick to TC here as well. If we go there again, we've got our puff details here. You can select a max amount of puffs, and it has your puff details. You've got traditional settings as well. You can tweak your atomizer resistance. You can do a factory reset. You can actually turn it off from there as well. So we've got that, and then this one here, you can change the amount of time your screen stays on and the color of your screen as well. So we could go for a matchy red. Let's go back to home. So we're now in a matchy red situation. Again, screen looking good, battery indicator up there. So it's a pretty intuitive, pretty smart, and pretty responsive touch screen on here. And that is how it all looks together. It's definitely one of Smok's better looking mods for sure, in my opinion. We'll talk about the tank and the coil heads and all that sort of stuff up top, and the way it vapes, and Smok's previous issues with coil heads. And there we go. We'll go back up top for pros and cons. See you there. Okay guys, that was the Smok Species V2 with the Baby Beast V2 on top. Now, the Vapouround Club. Let me just explain the Vapouround Club to you guys. Links in the description to the Vapouround Club. I'm a brand ambassador for Vapouround, and as a result, it's one of my duties to explain the Vapouround Club to you. If you are in the industry, if you're a content creator or a social media person, or you run a vape shop, work in a vape shop, or anything in the vaping industry, you're entitled to join the Vapouround Club as an industry member. And if you're an industry member, you get the opportunity. You get a box bi-monthly Vapouround box of goodies. You get access to information, news, forums, the community aspect of the Vapouround Club, and you also get opportunities like this to get exclusive gear for cost price, effectively £15. They actually managed to get this to Vapouround industry members for. So £15, you could have got this kit. Get the kit, test it, review it if you're a reviewer, or if you're a shop owner, test it out for £15 before deciding whether you want to stock it in your shop. So a really a good thing to do. If you're in the industry, definitely check out the Vapouround Club. If you're a normal vapor, if you're just a vapor watching this, you can also join the Vapouround Club as a traditional member, as a typical normal member, and that will give you access to the community, also to exclusive deals, not this deal but other exclusive deals that are coming up. You can join the community, join the forum, get the information, get the magazine, early doors as well, and yeah, you will also get access to different exclusive deals as being a Vapouround Club member. So links down below if you're interested in the Vapouround Club. Definitely check it out. I'm really enjoying being a part of it. So go and check that out. Okay, the Smok Species V2. Now, the main thing they've done with this is a big firmware upgrade, and for me, I didn't try it with the original firmware, but for me, it's really solid. The power output is good, TC is good, battery life is good, the touch screen is excellent, it's surprisingly responsive. It's not a huge screen, so I wasn't expecting it to be as responsive as it is, but it's working very well, and it's a really nice, bright, full colour screen, so I really like this screen. The tank, the Baby Beast tank. Now, Smok, they make some really good cloudy tanks, but the problem with Smok tanks is often the coil head consistency. And if you talk to a lot of people that work in a lot of vape shops, or a lot of people that deal with this sort of thing, they will tell you that the coil heads can be very inconsistent. The one I have, both coils have been great. They've been absolutely fine. They go through juice like crazy, but the flavour and the clouds is pretty solid. And that is just at 72 watts. So it really puts out, and it puts out very, very well. But like I say, from what I hear, from what I see, you do get a fair bit of coil head inconsistency with the Smok tanks, so do bear that in mind. But the actual tank, no issues at all. Top fills nicely. My coil heads have been fine. Capacity at 2 mil is ridiculous. You can vape it. You can vape it in 2 minutes. You can vape it dry. The capacity of 2 mil is crazy, but you can get the bubble tank. It does come with a bubble tank to up the capacity, so that's all good. Now the mod. Now again with Smok do some really crazy looking mods. Really crazy looking mods. Certainly not the sort of thing I'd be interested in or I would purchase myself. However, this species range, I think, is really smart. I think it looks really smart. It's really sturdy, it's really solid, feels really nice, no rattle, no issues with any buttons or anything like that. The screen, like I say, super responsive, and I'm really liking the mod. I would definitely not be interested in all their crazy looking mods, but this one is smart, it's sleek, it's the right size, sturdy feeling, really well made in my opinion, and so I've got no issues. I've got no issues with this mod at all. Working really nicely. Obviously, there's loads of little subjective things that you may or may not like about this. There are a range of colours available. You don't have to go with the black and red thing. Touch screen. I know a lot of people maybe don't like touch screens, so do bear in mind if you want a touchscreen mod. What I will say about this one, it's been pretty good for me, and I really like the way the button works that accompanies it. So you turn it off. They turn the screen off like that and the mod carries on working. You don't have to worry about touching the screen, and to unlock the screen to touch it, you just hold down that same button. So that is a very intuitive way of doing it. That's a very smart way of doing it, very simple. So that works fine. I actually forgot to show you how to turn it off down low. It's just 1 2 3 4 5, and then you just say yes to turning it off, and it turns off. Obviously 5 clicks back on and it's turning on. So that is how you actually turn it off. I forgot to show you that down low. But I think it's a solid mod. I'm not going to be starting to review loads of Smok gear because, like I say, so much of their gear is not in my field of view at all. So they do some really out there looking mods, and I'm not particularly interested in those. I'm not particularly interested in super insane high wattage sub tanks either. So a lot of their stuff passes me by, but this is smart. This is cool, and I hope that sales of this one are good, so that they're more encouraged to make mods like this than some of their other more crazy mods. In terms of the wattage on the tank, now it does say best is 110 to 130 watts, but I'm actually really enjoying the vape at 72 watts, so there we go. Nice flavour, nice clouds, and coil longevity has been solid for me. But like I say, the coil heads, seems to me like the coil heads do vary. So there we go. That is the Smok Species V2. If you're a fan of Smok stuff, I would definitely check this one out. This is very, very impressive, very solid indeed. If you're not usually a fan of Smok, maybe have a look at this one, because this one is, yeah, a bit smarter in my opinion, a bit smarter than their usual stuff. I like it. Check out the Vapouround Club, links in the description. Thank you to them, as always, for what they do. Yeah, the Smok Species V2. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.